Y'all ready for the real tea? How did I end up buried in $78,000 worth of debt? And I'm not just surviving it, but I'm turning it into a Luxe-Budgeting movement. On Shanell's Pocketbook, we're spilling real numbers, real stories, and real luxury on a budget vibes. Stay tuned. Hey homegirls, I'm Shanell. This is my corner of YouTube where we do real budgeting, zero-based cash stuffing, monthly resets, and yes, even a little luxury along the way. No fluff, no shame, just receipts and the road to real wealth. Growing up in Southeast Texas, I watched my family build generational wealth through land and home ownership. No mortgages, just equity. But no one sat me down to explain interest rates, credit scores, or even budgeting. By 18, I was on auto pay and just coasting, swiping my debit card for every latte, every Target haul, no plan, no purpose. And those little overdraft fees stacked up until one surreal day, my bank account read negative $800. Okay, this can't be it, right? Fast forward to age 31, literally staring down $78,000 worth of debt, 66% in student loans, and another 34% in a variety of accounts, closed, open, collections. These are accounts that unfortunately I was not able to take care of due to having way more overhead than I did cash flow, being unemployed, not enough unemployment, and maybe even not enough drive in my hustle. I can definitely acknowledge that I felt through depression and anxiety during this time, and self-sabotaging doesn't make it any better. So through reviewing my history, holding myself accountable, I finally accepted the fact that not only do I have to change how I use my money and how I make it work for me, but I have to completely start over from scratch with how I think about money, my mindset focused around money. What that means is I literally pulled all the old circuits from the plug and I am rewiring the plug one by one circuit at a time, just allowing me to better shift my mindset. If you are familiar with people like Joe Dispenza, he talks a lot about rewiring the mindset, and this can apply to anything in life, including your money. Okay, so now that we have discussed a little bit of my past, now it's time to see where exactly do I stand today. Alrighty, folks, so I printed off all of my credit reports. I got this from mycreditscoreiq.com. I did have to pay for a monthly subscription to get this, but it allows me to see all three of my credit reports at the same time without any missing data. And so this is just what I've been using. And as you can see, I am going with the highest credit report, which is reporting $77,445. Yes, USD dollars. That's a lot. So now I'm going to share with you guys how I've broken that down. Here we have the Erin Condren planner. I got this late 2025, so I actually got it at a good deal. I want to say around $22 maybe. But I'm ready for next year. I already have my planner pre-ordered for the next monthly planners. And within the monthly planner, just to give you guys a sneak peek, I am using the All Things Planned washi sticker paper. And when I tell you it is super cute, super fun, you guys will be able to see me set up for the month of July. So stay tuned for that. I will announce when that video should be posted. But as far as today's agenda, so as far as the outstanding balances that I have spread across student loans, open, closed, and collection accounts, we have $22 with a credit card. We have $187 with Navy Fed. We have $305 with Harris & Harris. We have $519 within medical debt. We have $660 with LV funding. We have $813 with Mercantile. We have $913 with Capital One. $991 with Plaza Service. $1,849 with Verizon. We have $3,108. For USAA, we have $17,119. And then in student loan debt, we have $50,959, bringing us to a subtotal of $77,445. That's a lot. So currently, I'm working a low-income remote gig and sharing a 3-bedroom with my roommate to cut costs. No shame at all, just strategy in my game. But I still want more. The freedom to treat myself, to invest in my future, and to help with the family homes that we still have. Here is my 365-day hustle. Okay, I want to accomplish this 365 days from when this video is first posted, which, if all goes as planned, that should be on June the 23rd. So by June the 23rd of 2026, these are the things I want to have taken care of. Okay, so because some of these accounts are already closed or in collections, I'm going to let them do what they do. I've already submitted letters to the bureaus as well as some of these vendors with the goal of securing a pay for delete. So if you've ever had a good experience with the pay for delete process, please drop your success story in the comments or any advice that you may have. As far as the other accounts that are doable that I can focus with, I'm going to create a payment plan for that. So let's see. How I'm kind of doing this is my 5, 8, and 10% is going to be based off the total. Okay, so I'm going to put aside anywhere from 5 to 10% over the next 12 months to shave down as much student loan debt as I can and medical debt. Okay, so my 5, 8, and 10% comes out to be my 5% is $3,873. My 8% is $6,199, and 10% would be $7,744. My minimum is here, the $3,873, but I prefer to put up this amount over the next 12 months. And so to put up a minimum of 5% over the next 12 months, I would need to save $323. Now, as you can see, everything is zero. There's no cents. Everything is rounded up. I do not round down with my bills. I always round up. So we're going to put $323 at a minimum of each month. And then 8% each month would be $517. And 10% each month would put us at $646. Now, just looking at these numbers, being very realistic with myself, it's honestly giving 5% is going to be more than likely what I put up each month. But I'm really looking forward to the opportunities where I have a magic month where I get 3 paychecks a month. Or let's say it was a good hustle month. And so now I can put aside that extra money. I'm looking forward to those months. Maximizing the amount of money I put aside will help me drastically shave down these 2 primary focuses. Like I said, as far as everything else, it's either open and already on a payment schedule, or it's closed or in collections, and I'm trying to see if I can do a pay for delete. I'm hoping I could do a pay for delete. Otherwise, it might have to take its normal 7 years. Just being real, girls. Just keeping it real. Okay. Moving on, another way I can hit these goals is simply by cutting the fluff. That's subscriptions, having no spend weekends, swapping a takeout meal for a luxury homemade spread. And I'm gonna be honest, your girl loves going to rapport. I love having cocktails. I love my roomie nights, but when I really look at the bigger picture, I'm not really fulfilled. I would rather say that I have equity, I have minimum to no debt, I have, stamps on a passport. I do know by shaving down 8 to 10%, I will see more progress versus paying the minimum. And so I'm really, like I said earlier, looking forward to hitting this 8 and 10%. Anywhere between is a win. Shanell's pocketbook isn't just about numbers and envelopes. It's about the mindset. Getting intentional means recognizing you deserve both security and a little sparkle. Here, you'll get zero-based cash stuffing budgets for every dollar has a job. Monthly closing and resets, celebrating the wins, even the small ones, and of course adjusting along the way. Cash stuffing walkthroughs, real-time budgeting with me, even podcast-style chats where we'll briefly talk credit, mindsets, and hustles. My hope that by sharing my transparency, and yes, my splurges, you feel empowered to own your money story too. If you've made it this far, oh my God, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss my next video dropping Thursday, June the 26th. We'll be budgeting my second June paycheck in real time and stuffing cash into envelopes, so you can follow step by step and pick your own Luxe budgeting tips. Thanks for joining me on my day 1 of this journey. I can't wait to grow richer, wiser, and more empowered with you. Bye.